Welcome to Dice Off. This is our Twitch channel where me and my friends get together and play some board games, have lots of fun, and laugh as much as we possibly can. So, the game we are going to be playing tonight and for a while is called The Age of Adventure. My friends take on the role of a character in this game, and they act out what that character would do. And I take on the role of the storyteller, trying to, in essence, kill them, mutilate them, torture them in any way possible that results in them dying horribly. That's not good for them, good for me. So, I think we will get started, but first let's introduce everyone. So say your name, we'll start over here. Say your name, your character's name, your race, your class, and then I have one fact about your character's background.
Name's Piff. I'm a furblog, warlock, and a businessman.
Alright, Dylan?
I am Duant of the Northern Rocks, a Toadkin Gith weapon master, and my father was slain in war, and I grew up a troubled child.
Kevin?
I am Dayon the Torturer. I am a human, a gunslinger, and my entire family was killed by a group band of warlords.
Andrew?
I'm Clestis, the Dwarf Paladin, and I hate the color red.
Scott?
Yes, I am Obadiah, a great scholar and human alchemist. And my lifelong goal is to create a masterpiece of academic research.
Nice, nice. So if you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe. And if you're watching us on Twitch right now, click the follow below, and that will allow us to create more content. If we get enough followers, we can start a second show during the week. So let me just briefly explain what happened last week, and then we'll continue on with our adventure. How's our sound going so far? We need to be louder, or they need to be louder? They need to be louder. Is the settings fine on the sound?
Yep.
All right.
250%.
So last week, after rescuing Leona and her child from the wiles of elven justice, the party fled into the depths of the Lorienda, which is the elven forest. By locating some hidden canoes, which happened quite strangely, and you're still not exactly sure how or why she was able to find them, you were able to escape the pursuit of the elves. However, you ended up encountering a group of goblins bent on a mission to capture mammoths. Now, mistaking Duant for a mammoth,
No mammoth.
the goblins had him bound and gagged. In the ensuing battle, Dayon made short work of each and every one of the goblins, while all of the rest of us discovered that dwarves can be used as a weapon.
Very effectively.
That night, the party failed in their attempt to capture a lion, and then finally, everyone returned to Wayton the following day. Several things happened in Wayton. First, at the Great Library, you discovered that most of the records about the tainted demi-humans had been destroyed, and that the last known expert on the subject was a gnome by the name of Dr. Ebenezer III. You also encountered a group of thugs looking for the tainted child, which you had hidden away safely in the tavern. Lastly, you were hired by a dwarf by the name of Goldblast Crankhammer in order to make for him the largest bomb in recorded history. Goldblast said he needed the bomb so that the dwarves could reopen a mine that had been sealed by some sort of adamantium door. Now, the last thing that had happened was you were about to leave with Goldblast on this adventure. However, I need to know, what do you want to do with Leona? Remember, she was injured, she had a chest injury, she had a leg injury. The rest of you received magical healing. You do have the 10 gold left. If you want to take her with, she'll need to be healed.
Oh, we got a canoe, so you can just ride in there.
Did you put the wheels on the canoe yet? I can't rememher. You just got the canoe.
It's a work in progress. Eventually, this canoe will be mobile on land.
I agree. I say that we should bring the girl with us.
Agreed.
That's probably a good idea. I would imagine that the hunters will find her if she stays here.
You know how they like burned all those books, do you think they might go after that gnome guy?
What gnome
The guy
The
who knows all the
scholar.
stuff about the tainted.
Yes.
You know, it makes no sense if you burn all the books, but then
The
you
man
leave
at the
everyone
library,
who
yes,
knows
yeah.
about it.
I believe we're fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
If he dies, he dies. I mean,
Yes, sir.
do you care?
He did seem pretty smart.
I would like to protect this gnome. He has valuable information on demi-humans and their appearances.
Will they pay us to protect him?
Oh, you should ask him that. I have no idea. I've never even met the guy. So, I'm just saying, I remember you guys talking about hunters, and it just seems like they might go after him or something.
Well, the least we could do is warn him that there may be those coming to hurt him.
No, I
Yes.
agree. Even a simple warning would go a long way.
We should hire someone.
With what money?
Yeah, I'm really
a
poor.
gold piece. I can give a gold piece to courier.
Oh, hire somebody to tell him?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant we should.
Why would we do that?
I thought, yeah. Well,
Anyway,
That requires me spending money.
Okay, so we should either go after the gnome or go after this dwarf explosion business.
I'm gonna tell the dwarf to wait 5 minutes, and then I'm going to the library.
All right.
This is the most scared I've ever been in my life.
You want to go to the library?
Yeah, there's so many books.
I feel obligated to go with the dwarf. He did pay me up front, so I must.
Oh yeah,
I must
Yeah,
pay
I said
this
I'll
guy.
go.
5 minutes. 5 minutes. I just want to let him know before we leave. Just a quick little warning.
Now, remember,
Okay, no.
the gnome, Dr. Ebenezer, isn't the gnome that works at the library, if that's what you guys are thinking. The gnome that worked at the library, what was his name? He was a different guy. He had Mitchell. His name was Purtle, that worked at the library. But Dr. Ebenezer, no, he lives in the Gnomish lands. So you'll have to travel to the Gnomish lands to warn them.
So
Yes, the dwarf's. The dwarf is most important.
Maybe we could just send a letter.
Are the gnomish lands anywhere close to the dwarven lands?
Wait, did he leave?
No, you're confusing the two different gnomes. There was the gnome Purtle. He was the one that helped you guys out by doing research on.
Yeah, I want to warn that guy.
You want to warn that guy
Yeah,
for what?
because he knows all the info about the Tainted Blood. If they're burning all the Tainted Blood books, it makes sense if they go after him.
He knows what's in the library.
Yeah, but they burned it all.
He bonded all.
Yeah, he burns it all.
Oh,
The Furbolg is a little slow at times. It happens.
I thought
It
the
happens.
hunters burned everything.
No, Dr. Ebenezer did the research, came up with this report, and then Purtle read the report, said that there is no such thing as tainted blood demi-humans, and therefore burnt all the research to make room for new books.
Oh, yeah, that guy's smart.
And why are we warning him of anything?
We're not.
Let's leave.
This is a waste of time.
All right, at this time you hear like a bang, bang, bang on your door.
Is that you, Goldblast?
In fact, it is. Where is he at?
Oh, is it time for a morning drink?
Maybe.
Let's see. We need a tavern.
Weird, strange noises.
Alright, so here's the room. You're all just hanging out. Oh, you do have, where's your lady friend with the baby? She's in the back room here, too. And we do need to find out how bad is the baby crying. Unfortunately, the baby is whimpering a little bit. And you have discovered, now that you've spent several days with the baby, that, actually, let's roll for it. Everyone roll your, should we roll cunning skills?
This is my best
And
one.
we're going to give the Furbolg some extra bonus, so you can roll an 8.
Oh, yeah. Good, because I can't find my D4.
This is like really
Oh.
trying to throw
7.
4.
2.
3.
All right. So out of all of you, The one who has the most baby skills is the furball. Every time the baby starts crying, when Leona can't get the baby to hush, Furball comes walking in with his giant fisticuffs, grabs the baby in one hand. I mean, it's a little elf baby. He's a giant Furball. And just rocks the baby gently.
Well, maybe the dumb got to be good at something.
Push him up in the air a little bit and let him fall back down. He likes that.
Maybe they both have something in common. They're both stupid. They know no better.
Brains are equally sized.
Exactly.
So,
One just might actually grow to be smart.
Goldblast enters
Yeah, I
into
know.
your room.
I anticipate me getting real smart real soon.
If you keep drinking, you might kill off all them slow brain cells.
Ah, yes.
Are you guys ready to go yet?
Of course we are.
I already paid you 100 gold for this.
Yeah,
I have all my stuff packed and I'm ready to go.
Hey, Goldie, all the gnomish lands on the way at all?
Actually, what happened, I'll get to that in a second. No, you guys are going to be going north toward the Angle Woods, so the Gnomish lands are not going to be on the way.
Are they south? Or what?
The what?
Gnomish lands?
The gnomes, the dwarves, and the elves all live to the west. You guys are heading north into the Angle Woods.
Oh.
So, Obadiah, the alchemist who was hired, he actually explains it like this. He's like, look, my job is to blow up bombs. That's why they sent me. But I don't build bombs. That's why I need the alchemist. What do you guys think I am? So he's going to build the bomb, and he's going to find the stuff. Luckily, you know where good bomb-making material is.
Awesome.
So you're going to build me a bomb, and I'm going to detonate it. All right? So I'm following you. It's all on you.
All right, I will do my crafting harvesting check.
Fortunately, you actually know where there is some amazing bomb-making materials.
All right.
But there's a hidden catch, which you're not really going to inform everyone of yet.
Oh,
I'll let
I
you
don't
decide
need to
when you
know.
want to inform people of this. But you happen to know at the very northwestern corner of Angle Woods, which is north of here, there's a hidden cave, very hard to find, very hard to get to. And it's filled with chemical components capable of creating the most powerful bomb any alchemist could create. Why haven't you gone and get these chemical components? Well, there's a reason for it. You see, your master, an alchemist by the name of Weber, he showed you this cave and he taught you how to create these powerful explosives from the chemical components. Unfortunately, your master also died there. And to this day, you can still remember the sounds of his agonizing screams as he lay dying while you fled from the nightmare that the cave contained. Of course, you haven't told them about the nightmare part. You just saw the gold and were like, yeah, I can build a bomb. So, you know where to go. You know how to get it. You know how to make it. You've already been paid.
Yes.
Which is also common.
I do. I know of cave, and there are premium bomb-making materials there. I will need some assistance, some very strong lads to help carry away all the material, because it's going to be quite large in size.
I'm quite large
I'll
in
grab the
size.
canoe. That way you can just put it in there.
Do you have some sort of canoe fetish?
I'm just saying, the canoe will make perfect for carrying stuff.
Yes, you could improvise as quite the large bucket.
As long as you're pulling it, I don't really care.
Goldblast turns to you and he says, you know, I liked your idea about the canoe, the land canoe. You just put wheels on it.
Yeah, I'll make it when we're...
Do we have time to make one now?
Well, the materials aren't here. We gotta go out in the forest and get the materials.
Because I was thinking about this. He pulls out this device that he has in his pocket. You see, my family designed and created these things. They're called remotes.
Ooh.
They send and receive signals, and this is what we use to detonate bombs. That's why I am the bomb detonator. In the past, we used fuses. Let me describe what he looks like a little bit. I didn't do that last time. So he's not cross-eyed. He's actually the opposite. So his eyes are a lot more like this.
That's what me and him get along so well.
He doesn't.
This, he's like this.
He doesn't have eyebrows. He doesn't have a mustache, which is weird for a dwarf. And his face has this weird color to it. It's reddish dark. And the reason why he has neither of these things is it looks like he was probably his face was burnt from something. You can guess probably what happened. He does have a beard shooting off to the side, which he grows and trims very nicely. But the frontal facial hair is gone. And the eyes, and let's see, I think that's enough of a description. But, so he says, yeah, I call this, it's called a remote for short, but technically its patented name is a sending and receiving signal device. It sends and receives signals. It's not just a clever name. But I was thinking, with these canoes, the land canoes, if you attached this device to your canoe, you could send the canoe to the next town remotely. I know it sounds like magic, but it isn't. It's cleverness and ingenuity and dwarven amazingness all rolled into one little box. Imagine the new way to travel. We could make gold. Think of the gold coins.
After like a while, I just kind of stand there with a blank stare at my face. I have no idea what he's talking about.
With one hand holding the baby.
And then, can I see the remote and see if it's compatible with my canoe?
He's like, it's not compatible yet. You have to install it.
Oh, yeah.
This is why we're dwarves. We're the brains of this stuff.
I'll let you be the brain. I'm the idea man. You're the brains, and we need somebody else to be the brawn. Because I only got 2 brains.
We'll talk about this more later when we get back.
Thank God.
All right, so without further ado, would you like to travel, or is there anything else you want to do before you leave town?
Can I make a crafting check?
Do you have to heal Leona before we leave town?
I'm assuming you are going to do that because you're bringing it with you,
How much
correct?
gold is it?
You had 10 gold left from the 100.
I have 5.
And it costs 10 to heal. So that is going to be the end of your gold.
I got 5.
I have 6.
Cool, I just
We could heal her. I'll just pay 10.
Her
I'm
leg injury.
goldless. I'm goldless.
Ooh.
I'll give you a copper coin. Because you're so nice and healing her.
That's right.
So now you have a copper coin.
I'm sure I'll get plenty of money after you guys all perish.
The rest of you are
I'll let
wondering
you
what
in
that
on
might mean as he walks off, just muttering to himself about you guys perishing.
Can I make a morning crafting check?
No, because it takes all day to
Alright.
do the
I thought
craft.
you said get
Let
morning
us
one and
let us
afternoon
travel. Do I need to
one.
make a survival check to
Oh,
get to the cave, or
No, you pretty much know how to get there.
Alright.
It's been burned into your brain how to get there.
I'm sure it was quite tragic.
For a variety of reasons. So, as you're traveling, let's see, what is going to be our formation here?
I
Who's
guess I'm
leading?
leading because I know where we're going.
Yeah, you could, yeah, I suppose you would have to lead.
How much gold is a keg before we leave?
How much gold is a keg?
Yeah.
Like a keg of ale?
Yeah.
We'll say an entire keg's probably 2 gold.
Alright, buy one.
And you're gonna
And
like,
then
are you
I'm
gonna
gonna carry it in both my arms, and
Alright.
then I'm gonna stand next to the dwarf and let him fill up, and then I'm gonna fill up my own cup. And then I'm
so you're gonna just walk the
walking and
keg?
drinking.
And the baby sitting on top of the cake.
Let's see if the baby's crying. If it is, you're holding it. No, baby's sleeping, so Leon takes the baby back.
You know, you just gotta bounce them up and down a little bit, and then they go right to sleep.
Who wants to be next?
Oh, next.
Alright, do you want?
I'll
Ben?
be 3rd.
Dayon?
I'll be full.
Crestis. And the 2 of you
I'm a
Piff.
little slow.
are taking up the rear, walking and talking with the dwarf, drinking, laughing, and discussing how you are going to spend all of your wealth on these remote-controlled land canoes that allow you to drive your canoe from one town to the next. The fastest way to travel. Because you don't even have to leave your home to do it.
Perfect. Actually, does he have a rope? Then I can just tie the rope around my chest, and then I can pull the canoe and put the keg in the canoe for safekeeping. Then we just stop and then we'll walk back to the keg, fill up.
Well, I'm trying to picture this in my head. Say that again. You've got a keg,
A rope,
and a rope.
and then I'm tied to the canoe.
Tie the rope to the canoe.
And then I tie the rope around myself.
Tie the rope around
and I
yourself.
just walk.
You can
and
drag
it
the
drags
canoe.
it, and the canoe has the keg in it.
The
so
canoe
I
has a
can
keg
carry
in it. And then when you get thirsty, you just
We
pull
just
the
stop
rope.
or pull it. Yeah.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't stop. You just pull the...
Yeah.
All right, I got this. Crafting roll to pull this one off.
4.
4!
That's as best as I can do.
All right, so Obadiah is leading the party, followed by Duant, Dayon, Clestis,
Don't go too fast.
Piff, and the dwarf Goldblast taking up the rear with the canoe following, discussing all of the ways you're going to spend your money. So you notice this. The rest of you continue walking, but you notice that every once in a while, Goldblast, he actually has a monocle on his eye. He didn't have it earlier, but while you were walking along, he pulls it out of his pouch, puts it on.
Does that straighten his eyes out?
Actually, the monocle goes out this way.
Based on this rule, that is correct. The monocle goes straight sideways. In fact, you're thinking the monocle is the reason why the eyes do this, because it suctions to his eye and he cranks on it. And it doesn't look healthy. But he does it anyways. And once it's on there, it's stuck. It doesn't come off. You even see a little bit of blood dribble down his face. And what he does is every once in a while he'll stop and he'll like twist it, and as he twists it, the telescoping lens pops out, and then it'll go back in. He does this about 2, maybe 3 times over the course of about 4 hours. And finally, he just stops completely and turns around and is looking out from the sky, not doing anything. What would you like to do?
What's up there?
He turns to you. Ah! I think we're being followed. I think we are. He
We're
points.
not even making a trail.
You see this trench in the dirt from here to the town.
Yeah, those guys must not be disguising their footprints very well. We got the canoe to get rid of ours, so I don't know what they're doing.
That is the trail.
And then I'm gonna be like, hey, wait up a second.
All right, the rest of you stop
what's
and
the
see
matter?
what's going on.
What is going on?
And then I'm gonna get close to them so nobody can overhear me. But then I'm gonna talk really loudly. Be like, we might be being followed.
Gee, I wonder how they found us.
How far away are we from the cave?
You're a ways yet. In fact,
Oh, crap.
based on this, let me look. The map. It's going to be approximately. It'll be nighttime before you even get there.
Okay. Are we on a road or are we traveling through the wilderness?
No, you're heading straight north, right through the wilderness. To your west is the Ahawk River. Maybe it's far enough where it's out of distance, a couple miles away. You'll be traveling over open plains for most of the day, then you'll be entering into the woods afterwards. Let's see.
Could we make a detour to the Hawk River to make it look like we went into the river and then double back?
Guys, I got a sacrifice that might work for us. What if we push the canoe somewhere, and then they follow that, and then we go a different spot?
Well, Goldblast interrupts you while you're talking. He's like, "Now, they're following us in the air.
Oh.
So, what difference does it make if you move the canoe or not?"
You know, you got a good
In
point.
the air?
Yeah, he points up. Yeah, can't you guys see it? Well, let me tell you, I'll sell you one of these monocles for 25 gold coins right now.
I'm not putting one of those things in.
I'm not so safe.
That doesn't look very comfortable.
He twists it, and the little telescoping lens shoots out again. He looks up again and points. Right there's a speck in sky with wings. I don't know what you call that, but I call that following us.
Let's just continue on, and then perhaps it'll lose track of us.
But
He might be just a crazy old fool.
I did see someone fly out of the library. Well,
You know, the bird person.
yeah, more possible.
There is the bird person.
Oh.
As these guys are discussing this, I go to the canoe and get another beer.
Go to the canoe and get another beer.
That is perfect.
All right. Well, not much we can do about it. Carry on.
All right, you begin walking again, and as you guys walk, occasionally you'll hear like this beep sound. You kind
I'm
of
assuming it's coming from the dwarf.
it's coming from directly behind you. You turn around,
It was a beep.
and you're not quite sure what's going on. Continue walking.
I'm just gonna keep my distance.
Maybe 5 minutes, and then you hear another beep.
Hey, put your remote on vibrate.
Yes, I say, please.
This time when you turn around to look at what's going on, you see the dwarf again. He's got his remote, and it's being held out as far as possible, and he's like, oh yeah, hold on. Twists it, and,
I don't know.
and he's kind of holding it up to the sky, and
What is this?
suddenly it beeps again. He's
Hey, what are you doing?
scratching his head. Do you think you guys can try and find a hill, mountain, or something? I'm not getting good reception with this.
Explain the landscape right now.
The landscape, there's a small hill, maybe about a half mile to the west, near where the river would be, if you would like to go over
Is
there.
it very far out of our way? Half mile? That's not
Yeah,
so far.
it's not too terribly far.
Yeah.
May I ask why we have to find one?
Well, my patented signal sending and receiving device has just received a signal, but I can't send one.
What did the signal say?
I don't know, because I need to send the signal again to receive. It beeped saying I had a message.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Hey, would that hill be high enough for you? You're the one that made it, you should know.
Let's go to the hill.
You want me just to lift you up as high as I can get?
He kind of looks at you. I was like, what do you think I am? Some kind of crazy weapon?
Yes.
Maybe.
I've seen the weapons the dwarves have made, and they're impressive.
I have seen stranger things.
So it is true. It is true. Dwarven
Very good show.
craftsmanship is amazing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't even know what that does, but it looks pretty amazing.
And while you're saying that, beep, one more time.
All right, I'm gonna start walking towards the hill.
Just lift him up.
All right,
Lift him
all
up.
right.
Let's get this over with.
Fine.
Oh, we could just have somebody climb a tree with it, couldn't we?
It's kind of open plain, so there's not too many
Just
trees
throw him
around.
up in the air and see what happens.
No.
I have to read really fast before he hits the ground.
Don't catch him either.
All right, so everyone is continuing walking. Even the dwarf, are you gonna follow?
Yeah.
All right. At this point, why don't you roll your crafting skill one more time?
4.
4.
Oh.
Amazing.
Wow.
Amazing. The canoe is working well.
If I see any wheels that happen to be around the side of the road or anything, I'm picking them up and I'm putting them in the canoe.
All right, result check just to see if you're paying attention to anything that might be a wheel-esque. You find a square rock,
Put it in the canoe.
and it's appealing to you. It's like, I could totally use this.
That's in the canoe.
The canoe's starting to get incredibly heavy right now. And you're just kind of dragging it, and it's actually weighing you down. Because it's a pretty big rock. I mean, there's a hefty rock. It's like 40 pounds of rock you just put inside this canoe.
He's too stupid.
In addition to probably the 40 pounds of ale you already have. So, you get to the hill. The dwarf pulls out his device again. It's still beeping the entire time. And he starts looking around. Once he gets to the very tip top of the hill, he holds his device up and He's clicking on it a couple times, and then he makes a scowl look, and eventually turns around, shaking his head, kind of stomping his feet as he walks down the hill towards you guys, but he doesn't say anything.
Just lift them up.
The whole time he's doing that, I take the rock out and I'm trying to cut it into 2 rocks.
Alright, anyway, I will ask.
What seems to be the problem?
Sir Dwarf, what's the issue?
He just kind of scowls. Turns out, tide is coming this year. So, I have to go back and prepare the mountain for the tide.
The tide of
What?
what?
The tide? Kind of looks at
Yes.
you.
The tide either.
You telling me you never heard about the tide?
Well, just act like we're all stupid here and explain.
Kind of.
Never even heard the word tide.
It's like, well, this ain't gonna be acting, but let me tell ya. The tide, it's it's hard to explain. Suffice to say, it's a lot of creatures. They come out of this cave and they eat a bunch of stuff, and you don't want to be anywhere near it. And when they come, you need to batten down the hatches to keep them out of your house. How do you guys not know about the tide? Is this like, oh, I'm a human. If it doesn't affect humans, I just don't need to know about it.
That is
Yeah.
probably precisely why we don't know about
Pretty
the
much.
tide.
Pretty much that's how it goes.
Just scowling, angry at you humans.
Pretty much don't care. Unless you pay me to care. Then I care about anything.
So you
So
must
what?
go back right now, then. So the explosives.
Fine.
Oh, the explosives. Well, why don't we do this? You build it. I've already paid you. You deliver it for me. I will pay you additional money for the delivery. But I don't have time for this.
Oh,
How much money are we talking for this delivery?
Uh, 20 gold coins.
No. No.
At least 50.
100. 100.
Like his one eye gets really big, and he twists his monocle to make this go like extend. Are you crazy?
Hey, delivery requires us to go into dangerous territory.
Oh,
You're a dwarf. You guys have money.
may I make a suggestion? You give us 30 gold, but you also supply me with the materials we need to get this business venture up and running.
Okay, ignore the idiot. Ignore the idiot.
Oh, I like this guy. Do you know how much money you guys are gonna make with this business?
Oh, I'm excited to create this explosive.
Yeah, I'm excited to deliver your explosive.
You
I
do
don't
know
wanna be
Best
paid.
instrument ever created, the canoe.
the land.
Since when is a canoe an instrument?
It's an instrument.
You're
because
talking to an
it
idiot.
plays sweet melodies to my heart.
So as far as distance where you'd have to deliver it, it is approximately a 4-day journey to where the Dwarf Mountain is. Dwarf Mountain's where all the dwarves live. The dwarves have a different name for it. Of course, that's human settlements call it Dwarf Mountain. The one downside is you do have to travel through the Lorienda, the Elven Forest. In fact, to get anywhere west of the river, basically everything west of the river, Hawk River, is elf land. It's all forest, so.
Yo.
We don't like elves, do we?
Yeah. I
I
think
can
we
be
should
paid
we
to
should
like
go after
anybody.
these explosives regardless. They would be extremely beneficial to me, or us.
You seem to
You
be
thought
talking
of
to
we.
yourself a lot.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm just excited to craft beneficial items for the party.
I'm gonna keep my eyes on you.
Let's keep on going. 20 gold per day shipping. Final awful.
You do know 20 gold is probably lower, is probably a fair price for travel. Like, actually, to pay for traveling or shipping something in a human lands that distance, you'd probably be paying 2 gold for it. So 20 gold to come to the Dwarf Mountains, fairly safe
Whole day. Though.
Say that would be 80 gold.
Yes.
There are.
He's like, 30 gold. And I'll throw in
Whole
the...
day.
Wait. Let him finish talking.
Alright, 40 gold and I'll throw in the parts for the land canoe.
You got a deal.
No one cares about the land canoe.
I overrule him.
No.
Meeting adjourned.
As long as I get paid, I don't care.
Alright, so he bids his
Before
farewell.
you leave, though, we want to polish off this keg.
Oh God. How fast have you been drinking?
Polish off the keg.
Too fast.
That's that's going to take at least 3 consecutive vitality rolls.
Oh,
Yeah, this is gonna be good.
Might be camping early.
Alright, so let's see the dwarf up next to the furbolg. And let's make some rolls here.
I'll drink until he passes out, and then I'll stop.
Alright. So he gets
1.
That's not immediately.
unfortunately, you don't even get halfway through the keg. And the two of you guys are so plastered. You forgot you're even outside. You're just laughing about how much money you're going to be making when the land canoes come to town. And so you're both...
Right when I'm about to pass out, I'll be like, alright, I'm going to bed. And I'm going to take the canoe and put it over my body like it's a blanket. I'm going to go to bed.
Alright.
I guess we're camping here?
Said we might be camping early.
Unfortunately, yeah, you guys aren't
Does that
doing
mean
very
crafting
well.
rolls?
Yeah, can we do crafting now?
Alright, let's...
You believe the stupidity of our companion.
Why do we even bring this man? He
That's-
slows me down from making money.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
You just,
No
I
one
mean,
in this party cares about making money, I guess.
you basically took the entire keg and just, as fast as you possibly could,
Well,
That's
non-stop until you just, basically just fell over.
Let's just go on without him.
Let's see what happens. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll here.
Can we push him to
The
the river?
higher the number, the more you throw up. The lower the number, the more you pass out.
Alright.
Would it help if I jumped on his stomach?
You can.
I do that.
Here, I'll draw a red X on it for you.
Alright. Just as the furbolg is about to, pass out, the dwarf comes running. And he leaps into the air, and what do you say while you're leaping?
Here I go.
Can I make, some sort of roll to avoid him, or am I just too drunk?
I would imagine he's too plastered.
No. You're at this point. You're too far gone. He uses your stomach as a trampoline. Jumps on it.
Oh.
And we have, a compression of stomach followed by, a vomit geyser. And he leaps off.
Once they start vomiting,
Flying
I try to hit him
through
with
the air.
vomit.
You're trying to hit him with the vomit.
Aim the vomit geyser.
Alright, well, we will have to have... This is going to be our first vomit aiming roll ever. So
What do I roll?
we're going with athletics on this one. You can roll dodge your athletics. So athletics off.
6!
2.
Oh.
4!
So as you leap off, his vomit shoots up. He streams it right at you, and you just get some right in the face and the beard, and you just fall flat on your face.
I'm not even going to comment, I'm just going to pass out.
The good thing is you threw up so much that you're safe. Passing out probably isn't going to happen. So you will be able to continue, but I will impose some serious disadvantages on all of your dice rolls for the rest of the day. So as long as there's no battles today, you're probably going to
Can
be
we
great.
eliminate this party to 3? Can we eliminate...
Who are you killing other than me?
Sorry, as a gunslinger, I should not use the word eliminate. Can we get rid of 2 of these people and send them down the
Who's
river?
the second?
The dwarf. He's covered in vomit.
Luckily,
Can we have the
You
intelligence
are
piece?
only about 100 yards from the river.
So you could go splash around.
Wait, is the river like? Can we take the river to get to the cave?
Not all of us will fit in the canoe.
That was your
What
fault.
if I fit in the canoe and then you guys just pull me ashore whenever?
The unfortunate thing is the river heads south, so you would be rowing against the stream, which might not get you very far.
That's not.
I mean,
Well, I
I
don't
know
think
they wash off in the river.
All right. Unfortunately, this does delay you a little bit longer. The dwarf does need a very much needed bath. Unfortunately. How fast are you going to be bathing?
I mean, I wasn't the one jumping on stomachs.
I wasn't the one passing out.
You're still throwing up, by the way.
Nice.
I mean, occasionally you're just more of a dry heave by now.
Furlong dry heave.
I'm
gotta
gonna dip
sound
my
great.
head in the water for like 5 seconds.
Dry heave in the water.
It does wake you up, and you're less likely to pass out, but still disadvantage on your dice rolls.
Perfect.
Nice.
Yes. Can the intelligence people be the ones to go on, and we just send these two down the river?
Let's,
Yes.
I believe we should leave you and him behind.
Hey, we would be delayed today if it wasn't for me.
We are delayed.
Anyway,
Because
I'm
of
going
you
to continue
and
traveling.
All right.
Since everyone
Let's
is conscious.
see.
I'm
Now
just
that
gonna follow, but just really far back.
we need resolve checks for everyone, awareness.
Oh, resolve.
Roll 2, take the lowest. 5. Or don't even roll.
Yeah, let's take the lowest on 2 rolls.
2.
Well, who's got the highest?
1. 5.
5?
2 ones.
It makes sense in your condition. You're just like la 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 la. You're probably singing songs to yourself.
My own song
You
that
think
I
they're
created.
you think you're singing, but it comes out more of like burps and grunts than actual words. Our dwarf here, Clestis, however, you're the first one to notice this. For whatever reason, you're probably upset. Like the smell, even though you washed yourself in the river, the smell of furball beer vomit just won't come out of your beard. And your beard is close to your nose. And it's just a bad scenario. So occasionally you look back at the furball, just giving him the evil eye, angry.
I have the thumbs up every time. I
One of the times, based on the height, you're pretty short, furball's pretty tall. When you look back at him, you end up looking up. And out of the corner of your eye, you catch a vision of this thing flying in the air above the furball, not far off. Large wings, bird-like wings, that you actually recognize. The colors are the same as those you saw in the library, if you remember. Last time. The red and the yellow feathers of the creature leaping out of the Kaladin leaping out of the window. You have just enough time for one quick reaction as the flying bird, Kaladin, the birdman, hefts a javelin into the sky, preparing to aim it and toss it directly at the furbolged back. Or maybe your face, you're not quite sure yet. Kind of in the line of fire, both of you.
That sucks.
Hey, drunk guy, you're about to get stabbed.
Woo!
Alright, so we're going to take resolve checks for everyone. This is going to be for initiative at the start of combat.
1.
And because you were given a warning, I'll let you re-roll with 1 higher dice. So we got... Do you want 4? What'd you get? 6. Stay on.
Do I have to roll it twice though since I'm drunk?
Is it resolve?
Yes.
No, you can just re-roll, take that
Is it
high.
resolve?
It's resolve.
Yep.
3.
4.
4.
3.
3. And you ended up with a 3 also. That's still going to put you last.
Perfect.
Wow. The Kaladin is rolling is 14. Guess who wins?
Kaladin.
Go in.
Unfortunately, there is going to be a javelin flying directly at someone.
That sucks.
Alright, here we go. Javelin.
Why am I laying down?
Because you're drunk.
Can you stand me up?
11 to hit. It's coming straight for Furbolg.
2.
2. Unfortunately, that is going to hit you.
Well, that's unfortunate.
That is going to deal 3 damage.
That sucks.
And that is going to be the start of combat. The Kaladin is currently flying high. Too high for reach by any short-range weapons, including pistols.
Damn, that's
Or short people.
Or short people without ranged weapons.
Yes, but he's still within my reach.
That is probably true. Dayon, you were up first. What are you going to do?
I keep watching the further. Can't hit it.
Alright, the Kaladin is going to be approximately... Let's see if this is anywhere on the screen.
Or then you get better cameras.
There it is.
Oh, there's a
We
delay.
just need to move the camera back.
Yeah.
No, you see it all where you put it.
Let's see here. Let's get all you guys in a row. Hopefully this will work. Alright. So Dayon, you're just going... Do you want to move? Do anything?
He's in the air, you said.
He's in the air.
Right? Maybe I'll move a little bit. Just maybe get closer towards where he's kind of at in the air. Where's my... There it is. 8. Alright. Maybe... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll go there.
Alright. Do you want? Do you remember the rules about turning invisible?
Yep.
I can move a whole 1.
Oh, I thought you were trying to turn invisible. You were gonna kill me.
Oh, I should grab that laser pointer.
Clustus.
Try it out.
Is that all you're doing? Just moving? Clustus? What are you going to do?
Guess I move towards him with my whopping 4 athletics. 4.
4.
And then someone move me forward.
Yep.
4. And then I shout at him, "Come down and fight us like a real man, you pigeon!"
Obadiah.
Ah, yes. I'm going to cast Confusion.
Confusion? Alright.
So, I get to roll my magic skill versus your vitality. 5.
Dang it. Dang it. That is actually going to get him. Because his vitality's horrible.
Alright, so it activates. Each time the target takes a turn, it must roll vitality versus my magic skill. The winner gets to move for that round.
And
Or
it
make the
lasts
action.
until you lose.
Until I lose concentration.
Okay. Alright.
I'm a generated casting token.
Alright. His turn again. So
Alright.
we're rolling, what was it, dice 20s?
Nope, my magic skill versus your vitality.
No, it
Roll
should
the-
be.
No, it's dice 20.
It's dice 20,
Is
dice
it
20.
dice 20?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it got
it's just the
updated.
first time it's magic.
The first
versus
time.
vitality.
Once you
After
lock
that-
onto it.
No,
I don't know.
Here,
I don't think
unless you
it's
changed it.
rules.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's
it
different.
got changed. So it's a
Yeah,
50-50 roll each time
Alright.
afterwards. So, 5.
14.
Oh, what do you want him to do?
Dive bomb straight into the earth.
That's so horrible for being a flying person.
Alright, so he
Dive
just
bomb.
lands right there, taking some damage, alright?
That had to hurt.
Yeah,
Yeah, head
made
into
him
the ground.
not feel too good.
Up is down, down is up. I don't know.
You engage some magical energy and just kind of focus in on his mind.
Super effective.
I would imagine his vision kind of waves like seeing a heat wave, and then
Yeah.
it's all confused and.
And suddenly he's not sure which way is. He tries to flee by, flapping his wings, going straight up, not realizing that, exactly like you said, up is down, down is up, slamming into the ground. Dirt poofs into the air. You lose sight of him.
Human cast confusion. It's super
Dayon.
effective.
What do you want to do, Dan?
Now he's in ground. Am I in range?
From
Here. Is it 1, 2, or is it?
yeah,
Is it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, he's in range from.
All right,
from
we're
you.
gonna shoot him
All right.
I got him in range too.
with my D12 to hit.
I'm gonna adjust stuff while we're playing, but.
All right.
Just a bit. There we go.
Well, for anyone who's watching, I'm not sure what happened. Apparently, our graphics card crashed. We've got a lot of cameras going because we're epic like that. We're trying to figure out how to fix it. We don't know. The things keep crashing. But let's see. Where were we? We
What do you want?
we just finished with
It's a Birdman's, I think.
Piff summoning some dark energy to blast the Birdman. It is now the Birdman's turn again, and we have another roll here for confusion.
Oh, yes. 16.
What do you want him to do?
I want him to take whatever weapon he has, chuck it behind him, and sprint towards the demon kin.
All right, he can do that. And he stands right here in front of the weapon master. Ah, no, you keep falling. Okay. And of course, it is now the weapon. Oh, Dan, your turn.
Alright, we're gonna move since my shot is now blocked.
Yeah, please don't shoot.
Well, you are a freaking mammoth.
It's not that tall. It's fairly short.
I can move a whopping 3. If I moved here, no, I wouldn't have a shot here, would I?
Not with that large of a person in front of him.
God damn it, you fat ass. I've got on the pork rinds.
Hey, do you have a shot in between his
So
legs?
I went over
No,
here.
his legs are just as fat as the rest of him.
Hey, lose some weight, you mammoth.
That is the best.
All right, do you want
Actually, I'm gonna run so I can get a shot.
next time?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like the Birdman's gonna ever go again.
All right, you're up.
This is what you get for spying on me.
You gonna lay on him?
Here, do this.
What did I say?
4 to hit with my short sword.
Yeah.
4 to hit.
That's one-handed action.
Oh, at the end of my run action, I also holster up my gun.
You want to
Can I
holster
do
it?
that? Can I do that, like run and then holster a pistol? at the same
Not
time?
unless you have a special action that allows you to switch them. I don't think you have that yet. He actually is able to dodge completely out of the way.
Man, yeah, that's actually...
Oh, you get a second roll, second attack with your claw?
No, because I'm holding a shield.
Oh, you got a shield in there?
Background's fixable.
Alright, Clestis. It's all on you and your ridiculously slow legs.
I'll move forward again.
Followed by Obadiah.
Can't see what is. 4.
Yeah, 4 forward.
Yep. Can I hit him? yet?
Not from there, you'd have to sprint one more.
I'll
Unless you have a ranged weapon.
I'll sprint.
Alright.
Yes, I will generate a casting token.
Alright. We're up to Piff again.
I will generate a casting token.
Alright. He did get another turn. Let's roll off. Come on. 22
14.
better.
What'd you roll?
14.
17. He gets a turn. Alright, what are we
That's
going to
quite
do?
unfortunate.
What are we going to do here?
Die.
Let's see. This might work. So he's going to take both attack opportunities as he moves.
You get attack opportunity.
Attack of opportunity, 4 auto attacks.
I don't get one.
Oh, it's coming back. Don't worry.
Hit him with a 2.
Alright, you roll the 2.
Yep.
7. He was able to avoid it, and your attack
Okay,
opportunity
the
as well.
mace is. We're all in.
There you go.
2.
Somehow he is able to duck and roll, avoiding both the mace swing, which came low, and the sword swing, which came high. That gives him an opportunity to throw his... He's got a javelin that he pulls out of a pouch on his back. And that one is coming directly for you. He's had enough of your funny business. 6.
I will dodge.
Yes.
Nope. I will not dodge.
Alright, that is going to be 2 damage, and it should lose concentration on your spell.
Blocked all of it with my armor.
So you're fine. Dang it.
So do I still have concentration issues?
Trying to think what the rule is. I think you have to be damaged.
Okay.
But he doesn't have any more javelins. That was the last one. He also pulls out a dart and chucks a dart at you. 12 to
I
hit.
can't block that.
The dart does less damage, though. 5.
Less damage.
In theory, it does less damage.
Alright, I blocked one of it.
Alright. 1, so it damaged your armor.
Yeah.
So the javelin, basically what it does, at the start of his turn, his mind clears temporarily. He's able to roll, and then with a huge kick with his legs and a burst of speed from his wings, he's able to avoid all of your attacks as you come after him. Drawing a javelin mid-flight, he chucks it directly at Obadiah. Sticks into your armor, deflects off. But while you're recovering from that blow, the second one he tosses right at you, hits a chink in your armor, wedging itself deep into your neck. Blood just starts pouring out of your upper chest.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
But the good thing for him is that cancels your spell. So your spell is done for. That's the end of his round. Dayon, you are up.
Is he back in the air?
Not yet. Back up in the air. You're shooting at him again?
Moving.
2.
2. Damn it. 1, 2. How far is that? I'm way out of range, I think.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You're perfectly within range
okay,
of a
we're gonna
pistol.
shoot him. Look where we can totally shoot him. Oh, wrong. We're shooting with the wrong one. There we go. 12 to hit.
Nice.
That's gonna hit him badly.
And I give it 8. 8 to hit or damage. 8 damage.
Goodness gracious.
Roller I've ever seen in my life.
Jealous that I am a master at killing.
Alright.
Pistols.
You take aim this time. This time your bullet... Your aim is true. You pull the trigger. Poof! Cloud of smoke, and the smoke clears just in time for you to see the Kaladin just kind of do a flop. Wing goes flying.
I was very good at pigeon hunting when I was younger.
Only weak men use weapons such as pistols.
He's just a mag.
But get the job done.
I prefer fights where there are no
he dead?
weapons. And it's just
He
decisive
falls to the
versus
ground and is not moving.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, for him.
Yeah.
I will go investigate the bird.
The dwarf was right.
Can I poke
There
at him
was
with my
Let's go.
There was.
Let's go. I wish to go poke him with my blade.
Alright, you approach slowly with your weapons drawn, ready to do anything in case he tries moving. He's still alive. He's incapacitated. He's not feeling too good. But
I want to cut all the feathers off of this wing.
could prevent him from dying, or you could assist him in dying. Your choice.
I want to ask him questions.
I load my
Cutting
pistol.
the feathers off of his wings won't kill him. It'll just prevent him from flying away.
Why were you spying on us at the library?
I want to execute him.
Wait, do we have to prevent him from dying before we question him?
Alright, I
You
got
have
a
to
check.
prevent him. So you're going to try and stop him. Let's see. How much damage do you get?
8.
8?
Interrogation.
Oh, I got an 8 on my med check.
Alright, if you beat this, he won't die. 3. So you're able to stabilize him. You get the bleeding to stop, but he's definitely not doing well. He's probably, unless you bring him somewhere to survive,
How
he's...
much damage would plucking him do?
Would you like to borrow my glaive?
You could pluck a few feathers.
How about just trimming the feathers?
Disabling his ability to fly.
At the moment, I mean, Dayon shot him in the wing. His ability to fly is probably gone for the next couple months.
Oh,
So you're not going to need to pluck feathers unless you want to cause
Or
insult
just
to
good
injury.
hunting.
I want to insult him.
Alright, so how do you pluck them
How about we
exactly?
pluck him after,
Or as we're in
Mammoth
I'm not a mammoth.
Well, you're
Why
certainly
do you
as
keep
fat as
calling me
one.
I want
mammoth?
to pluck a smiley face in his chest.
Maybe if you laid off the burgers.
I'm actually skinny for those of my kind. So.
Okay, he starts
Well, if
pulling.
that's skinny, I'd hate to see the fattest ones you got.
Obadiah starts pulling feathers. The Kaladin starts squawking in pain. Does anyone else want to do anything while this is
I
happening?
just keep my
I want to
pistol point.
interrogate him. Yes.
What do you want to say? What do you say?
I'll
I
pause.
put my sword up to his throat, and I'm like, why were you spying on me at the library?
Alright, he kind of looks at you, squints.
It's hard to miss you.
He coughs up a little bit of blood. It's for that one. That one there. He points to Leona.
What does she have to do with anything?
She is under my
Ready
care.
to pluck feathers.
She's like, he's like, she's got nothing to do with it. It's what she carries.
And
He's talking about the child.
oh, what do you care of the child?
This woman is under my care. I did save her from a lion, thank you.
What difference does it make? You'll kill me either way.
Yeah, that is true. I will kill you.
It's like,
We'll let you live if you tell us why you are doing this.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, I'll shoot you in the back anyway.
I'm gonna punch
Do
him
you
in the
know
face.
how to interrogate?
The man knows you're not going to.
No,
I'm not going to.
I'm gonna straight up just full punch him in the face when he says that.
Punch Dayon. Alright, that is an attack roll and a dodge roll if you want to dodge it.
What do
Well,
I
I'll
roll
totally
for
dodge it, and I'm
brawling?
going to whack him with
Yeah,
my
brawling
pistol.
versus
That's a 5.
athletics to dodge.
3.
You just take one right to the face and you go flying back.
Good God, sir.
Roll damage just to see how much.
3 damage.
3 damage. Roll your vitality to see if you're knocked unconscious.
Wow, that sucks.
Probably
3
D4, right?
versus
3. Dice off.
dice off.
Nice off!
4.
16.
Well, totally unconscious.
So you just walk over and boom!
And then he's gonna be
Dayon!
like, see?
Out.
We'll let you go. He wouldn't. We'll let you go.
He kind of looks up at you, like, almost more out of hope. Like, he hopes you're gonna let him go. He still doesn't really believe you. He says,
And then I'm gonna
I
turn to the
sheath
party.
I sheath my sword at this point.
I was paid a substantial sum of money to retrieve that child.
I will see if the money's on him.
He starts searching.
Yeah.
Make search roll cunning.
3.
You do find a pouch
I will take it.
that has 9 gold coins in it. But the substantial sum of money does not seem to be on him.
That's okay. 9 gold
Who
coins
has
is
it
still
paid you?
substantial sum compared to what I had.
It was an elven lord that paid me.
What was his name?
I don't deal in names. I deal in faces and gold.
What town was it from?
I'm gonna nudge him. and be like,
Evergrove.
We met an elven lord, and he wanted us to retrieve the baby.
Was he ever?
I don't remember.
Yes, he was in Evergrove. We were paid by a half-demon elf to retrieve the child. Or we're going to be paid until he betrayed us.
Yeah.
Half demon.
It's
A
probably.
half-demon elf, yes.
But they thought that these did not exist.
Oh, but they do. She's carrying it.
But the half demon
No.
elf paid you?
No, we don't know.
Yes. He looked odd. He was fair. He was certainly not a normal elf.
So, how did you know to look in the library for us?
The elven lord gave me the description of your lot, and it wasn't difficult to find you afterwards. He said the direction you were going, and it wasn't too hard. I saw you before you even came to town. After there, I just followed you.
Yeah,
How long do I
we
stay
were
unconscious
pretty slow that fled
A
the
while.
scene of the crime.
I want to wake up at some point.
Eventually, you will.
I put a
Like,
canoe
almost
over him.
eventually.
Say
I
that
put
again.
a canoe over his body so he thinks it's night out, so he can go right back to bed.
Oh,
There's none of
So, like, when he wakes up, it's pitch black. And then,
Put the ale on top
Yeah,
of
you
it.
don't think I'll be able to understand that I'm probably under something.
Put the ale on top of it so you can't get it.
all right. He starts coughing again. He's like, bloods. He's not doing very well.
Hey, does he have any red on him?
Other than some red
He's got red feathers covering his entire body with yellow up around
If he
his
makes
neck.
move, I
and
knock him
back.
out too.
You have to kill our party.
No, I'm not gonna kill anyone.
Like the most
Just
dysfunctional
gonna
part.
knock 'em all
You
out.
don't even get halfway to where you're going. One guy incapacitates himself, then incapacitates another party member. It's just
Oh, I start plucking him clean.
the dwarf sees red and starts running and plucking. And you want to make
that's not
an
good.
attack roll also?
4.
Dodge roll.
No, totally. Is getting
All right.
punched.
So do you want to punch or pull him off? Which one are you going for?
I'm gonna pull him off, and then if he keeps going aggressive, I'm gonna knock him out.
All right. So you grab him, jerk him off. The dwarf comes back with a fist full of red feathers in each hand, and you hold him back pretty easily. The dwarf. What are you doing?
I try to punch him.
First, he's got you. He's holding you, so you have to make a strength roll versus his strength
Yeah,
roll.
good luck.
Vitality on vitality.
Vitality.
He got a 9, so you're pretty much done with your dice stick. So he's holding you. You can't move. You can kick and scream, and that's about it. The
he
feathers in your
doesn't,
hand are flowing up.
Shut up! You're gonna end up like dang gunslinger.
Am I not wake up yet?
No, it takes like
God
an
damn it,
hour.
how long do I gotta wait to be unconscious?
I'm handing
A
you
while,
filthy
yeah.
junk.
I totally got something planned.
I'll
for
let you
wake
make
up.
a vitality roll. If you can max it, you can wake up.
There is a river.
Nope.
All right. Well, what are the rest
Are
of
you
you guys?
saying dunk him in the river, or are you saying just drop him in the river? 'cause
I
you
got
can't
something
swim?
planned for this guy.
Either?
Well, thank
I
you
like
for
what you think.
thank you for doing this. Thank you for telling us. And I stab my sword into his throat.
Oh!
He's like,
Damn! What are you
Why couldn't we
doing?
have plucked him, balls?
You couldn't have let me done that.
Nope.
All right.
The
Eventually,
second
you do wake up. When
I
you
just
wake
let
up,
the other guy go.
all right. What do you do? He just let you go.
I pluck him.
You.
I
What?
pluck him anyways.
Oh, yeah, okay. So you run towards
I shake my head and
the
walk
dead.
away.
The dead Khaled is bleeding to death right now, just holding his
Good
throat.
God.
You just
This
start
was supposed to
ripping
be my
feathers
job.
from him.
This is my
Feathers
job
just
to kill
go
the guy.
flying into the air and like just like a
your job to do
rain
anything.
of.
I am the
red
executioner
all
here,
around
as
you.
I have determined myself as the executioner. If there's executing to be done, it should
Oh,
be done by me.
You're not
Shut
the one that's awake right now.
That's true. I woke up.
No. Has he woke up yet? 'Cause
Yeah, he said I
I
woke.
want to put him in the canoe and then.
You
pull
said
him
I was awake.
along the way.
I was awake.
You wake up just as the dead Kaladin is naked with feathers all around him.
Good. And that's where I go. Executing is supposed to be my job.
Well, right now you're a little groggy. You're
No, I'm
still
pissed.
kind of spinning, and you're wondering what happened. And if you want to remember what happened, you're going to have to roll more than me
If he accuses me of anything,
am I
I
rolling
knock him
for?
right out.
to see if you can remember what
What
happened.
am I rolling?
Cunning.
No, that's okay. What do I gotta be?
5.
6.
6?
I win.
All right. The last thing to remember is a big, burly fist with red curly hair on the knuckles as it connects to your jaw and cheek. And then you're not sure what happened. You don't remember any pain.
Do I know who did it?
You recognize the fact that there is only one person with red hair in this party.
What kind of weapon do you carry?
Nice.
Can I borrow your mace?
Oh, yes.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna go impact damage the giant fur blob.
I just realized that he has red hair, so yeah, go ahead.
Totally gonna hit him with a hammer. I grab his hammer and hit him.
Well, that would be an attack roll versus a defense roll.
We're
I'll kill
gonna,
you.
Like most dysfunctional party.
You do realize
Ever.
I'll kill you in one turn.
this is brawling because your mace runs brawling, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
brawling skill.
Okay. Totally gonna go for impact damage here. Shit, 1.
3.
As you
Like I
go to
failed.
swing at him, you trip, stumble forward, and fall right at the feet of the furbolg, who's standing
I could've
above
hit
you. And you get a kid placed up front.
And then I sit on it and I told him, "You're not gonna
Good
get
God,
up.
man! I'm going to fucking kill you when I get out of here. I'm going to kill you.
I'm not gonna let you up until you calm down.
You're the one who punched me in the face.
Did we just break the canoe because the canoe's with
It's paper thin, yes, but for
the
some
front
reason, there's been some amazing crafting going on with this particular canoe. It's been reinforced with blocks of rock. And then it's holding up so far. So far. Although he hasn't tried to break out of the canoe yet.
I don't really think I can swing a hammer in here, can I?
And you don't have tiger claws or lion claws.
Can I shoot holes in it?
You could probably shoot a hole in the canoe.
Wait, I have powder. I can light the canoe. Well, I'm in it. Yeah. Well, I could burn a hole. If I blow the gunpowder into there and shoot it without a bullet in it, imagining the fire could maybe just blow a hole big enough in it.
But it's also a small, confined space.
Well, you
So
know,
you're probably going to burn the fuck out of yourself.
Victory requires sacrifice. We're going for it.
Alright, make crafting.
While I'm waiting, I'm gonna be like, oh.
And I shoot straight up, too.
Crafting roll. Versus, well, it's a gunpowder thing, so you get the bonus. Gunslinger.
5.
5? Alright. You take, well, you don't really aim. You just jab the gunpowder in there, and then, for good measure, you jab a little extra more.
Can I shoot it like straight up towards the purple?
Straight up. Pull the trigger. Boom! Huge explosion. Your ears are just deafened. You can't hear anything. The furball,
doing an archer.
the rest of you kind of see this. He's sitting on it. Hear this loud boom, and you just see him leap into the air farther than any furball has ever leapt, holding his backside as his leather outfit is on fire. He starts swatting it, trying to put the flames out.
Dance. He's dead. That was my only good canoe.
I guess that canoe business won't come out then.
The canoe does burn to the ground.
Looks like I have sunk your plans.
It was a land canoe. It can't
We're
sink.
not getting anywhere.
We're
gonna end up killing the whole colony before we get to the cave.
Apparently, a burned your derriere.
Wait, can I have vitality roll and pick him up?
If you can grab him, and that would be a brawling roll
Versus my athletics.
versus his athletics.
2.
Remember, you're still intoxicated slightly, so
2 ones.
you just roll over and you're laying on the ground thinking about how badly you're angry at him,
And your ass is on fire.
and your backside is currently exposed to the air,
Hey,
and
there's
it
a river.
actually cools it off a little bit, so you're fine with that.
I just yell, stop, drop, and roll.
I'm gonna go to my keg and dump it on.
And that's what you get. Your mace, sir.
Thank you. Well, what would you like to do now that you've completely botched the entire adventure several times? But we'll just move forward and keep moving forward.
I say that we continue.
Yes, it's about time to cut the shenanigans and carry on.
Yes.
Yes, if people would have executed
So-
my mark.
Are we gonna, come up with a strategy for how we interrogate prisoners and maybe not execute them right away? Maybe not fight over executing them right away? Maybe they don't have to knock everybody unconscious because they're being dumb.
Yeah, maybe I wouldn't have to light your ass on fire if you want to knock me unconscious.
No, I believe that interrogation should be done by the party, not an individual.
No, I'm just saying, next time, maybe we have a plan before we interrogate somebody.
Who allowed you have to have intelligence?
Yes.
I'm smarter than you.
But is torture a valid option?
Yeah, I think torture is a valid option. Maybe if we want to get questions from him, though, we don't kill him right away.
Whoever said I was going to kill him right away? I just told him
You!
definitely die.
You said you were gonna kill
Let's
him.
go,
I didn't say I was going to kill him right away. I just said we were going to delay it until we got what our information was.
All of a sudden, your argument is interrupted with a.
Good God, sir, you have woken
And
the baby.
Leona's looking at you guys, being like,
Wonder what she thinks.
Why did
about
I
this
have to
all
be
going on.
rescued by the most incompetent band of adventurers?
I got an 8 for making the baby.
She just knows. Hands you the baby. You're just like, and the baby just cuddles up against your furry red chest, which it finds remarkably comfortable and goes to sleep.
Well, my dear lady, these people are buffoons.
Leona's like, you're all
You're
buffoons,
gonna lose a gun
except for
first,
maybe
so
this
I'm
guy.
about ready to kill him.
And he didn't even rescue me.
I've killed everything. I saved
I
a
had
lion.
back.
That doesn't make
hand her
you
back
not
to
a
baby when she's sleeping.
Makes me mad.
She just kind of, like, huffs and puffs and is wondering, like,
Did you knock a lion unconscious with a
Alright,
pistol?
how long am I going to have to stay with you guys before you end up getting myself or my baby killed?
Probably
we are the elite.
considering the elves would end up executing you as soon as they find you. A while.
She just starts walking in a random direction, hoping
Perfect.
it's the right direction.
Of course, typical women.
All right. Obadiah, you're back in the lead, leading us,
Sorry, my character's a dick.
hopefully, toward
Every
the
character
cavern.
plays a dick.
Yes.
No, this one's actually specifically
Lead
his random
directly
stories.
to the explosive skid.
All right. After a brief break
Okay.
for
I'm
lunch,
with you.
you continue northward without any more encounters, reaching Angle Woods and entering within.
How late is it? Can we?
It's approximately 3 in the afternoon.
Oh, wow.
You
I
probably
prefer
want to
earlier
sleep,
today.
but unfortunately you have a lot of traveling ahead of you.
Than that.
You can make it before, you won't make it before nightfall, but you can make it tonight to the cavern. So after about an hour's journey northward through Angle Woods, you hear a pounding of hooves coming towards you. What would you like to do? It
I
sounds
would
like a
like
single
to-
set of hooves, but quite loud.
Just a single
A
set.
single set of hooves.
I am not
Coming from the east.
I lay my hand on my
You can do
pistol.
with me, by the way. Even though it's is it burned?
We should
It
hide.
burned completely. So you gotta carry a keg on in your arms.
Really blew a hole in that one, didn't I? For you.
Alright,
Oh, yes. I will conceal myself in the shrubbery.
I leave the cake.
I rolled a 6
Find
cunning.
you another
This is a very sad moment in Piff's life.
It is a holy vessel.
Piff has never been depressed before in his entire life, but at seeing his
Only
whole
when I shot
dreams
it.
crushed in front of him. The whole walk, he's just.
alright. The unfortunate thing is none of you know what happened to Obadiah because he's hiding. The rest of you are condoling the sad furball
I'm not
when
condoling.
you hear this bleeding snort of a massive bull coming your direction. Its feet thunder against the ground, and you get sight of it. It's probably twice the size of any bull you've seen before, with horns like tree limbs and a really thick brown wool for fur covering its whole body. You also see there's an arrow sticking out of the back of one of its flanks. Blood's dribbling down out of the arrow. What would you like to do?
I'd like to make a resolve check to see if it's an elven arrow.
Alright, roll.
That's smart.
Unfortunately, he's got squinty eyes. You know it's not elf. What would the rest
Is
of
it-
you like to
I
do?
try-
You're
It
hiding,
looks
so
like
you're
it's gonna
safe.
charge. Is it charging?
I run out.
It's running in your direction. You run out of the way.
I will draw and shoot it.
Draw and shoot.
Stop! In the name of law!
I
Sing
would
myself.
also like to step to the side and
Alright, so you get attack roll.
Even though I'm hiding, can I cast a spell?
You'll have to come out of hiding to cast a spell.
Okay. I will stay
12! You take aim.
hidden.
The bull is charging right towards you. Let me see who's gonna run after. It's gonna be running directly for you. You take aim right on its head. Pull the trigger.
4.
4 damage?
Yes.
Alright. So we've got our wonderful party with this massive creature.
I'm so glad I'm hiding.
you guys are hiding. You're standing directly in front of it. We've got a singing furball over here. You guys jumped out of the way. Alright. It's got a lot of hit points.
Oh, I was hoping that would happen. I had envisioned this a lot better in my
In your head?
In my head.
You shot it?
He just stands there, takes aim, and pulls the trigger.
I envisioned this a lot different in my head.
Two,
I thought I'd like
three,
shoot it in the head and it'd
I
like
think we
fall
just
at my
walked
feet.
away.
I'd look like a hero again.
Alright, it's galloping straight towards you, and
Right,
it
let me
gets
time
to
to
make one free hoof attack,
Shit.
dealing impact damage
Shit.
with a trample
Shit.
on you. But it gets to hit first, so let's it rolls this to hit. 1. 7. Nice. The gunshot hits it right in its shoulder, and it kind of stumbles off to the side, causing it to avoid you. So quite miraculous. Unfortunately, one of its horns
Charging bolt.
is able to just dig itself in your direction.
Honestly, I could probably take that.
2 to hit.
Dice off.
That's off.
Dice off!
Shit.
What do you got? 9?
3.
3. Unfortunately, luckily you were able to avoid the trampling hooves. Massive hooves, like this big around. They would have not felt the best. But as it moved to the side, it lined up its horn, which connects solidly into your chest for a grand total of 4 damage.
Well, I ain't got nothing to stop that.
You fall to the ground and roll out of the way, and it continues onwards. Other than that, it doesn't stop. It continues running.
Yeah, what that
We'll
weird.
keep hiding.
Hey, get back here.
Hide.
And I will motion for the Leona to keep hiding with
All
me
right,
as
she's
well.
she's hiding with you.
I'm gonna go run to a bush or something.
All right, you're running into the bush also.
Yeah, I'm hiding too. I'm gonna beat
Dwarf hides also.
I kind of run after him for a second.
You chase him for a bit.
I said stop!
What do you want to do?
We're just kind of stand up.
All right, you stand up. Kind of glad you're still alive.
But kind of stoned.
Then, if he doesn't turn around in like 2 seconds, I just stop running and I walk back.
Yeah, the heavy galloping hooves fade into the distance.
Okay, yeah, I'll turn back around.
So we'll get you back to about here. Now, at this chance, let's go with, since you were the first, hiding Obadiah, resolve check for listening.
4.
4. That is not bad. That is going to be a dice off.
Oh, shit.
12.
12? 4. You got it. So, while you're here waiting, listening to the hooves recede in the distance, you hear the soft tread of 2 people approaching through the thick forest underbrush. No one else seems to notice them, but you do. They're coming in the direction of where the bull came from.
Ah, yes, I'll whisper over to. What's your name? Duant. Duant. There's 2 people coming. Be quiet. Where? We're from the. I'm gonna call that west.
South.
South.
From the...
Oh, I'm so tempted to ruin this whole situation.
The birds have gone silent. The only thing you really hear is the soft breeze rustling in the leaves. Birds. Those are illusionary birds. You see 2 humans they're covered in woodland furs, armed with bow and arrow, and they're walking in your direction. Looks like they're tracking blood. Every once in a while they stop and look at the ground. They duck real close, then get back up and walk some more. They don't seem to notice you as they joke back and forth to one another.
I will keep hiding where
Well,
I'm at.
they don't notice you, but they do notice the 2 people standing out in the open.
Are they out in the open?
Do I notice them?
They are out in the open also.
So we notice them.
Let's see who notices who first. Resolve checks all around.
Shit, I don't notice nothing.
2. Wait.
Ooh.
2.
What did he do? He just get this bandage on everything?
This is an idea.
The two of you actually don't notice him at all. What you, Obadiah, Duant, and Dayon, you see the human hunters approaching. You see them notice the Furbolg. Oh, actually, not Dayon. Furbolg and Dayon, and they quickly jump into the bushes. What
With
do you
us?
do? No, a different set of bushes.
I will continue to keep tracking them. Keep an eye on the two humans where they went.
Right now, you can see them. They haven't noticed you yet. They're kind of just watching.
Do you think I could sneak around and catch them by surprise?
Possibly.
I'm gonna sit out
I would,
and
I
wait for
would-
a
I would,
party because I don't know where they're
Definitely, don't give away my position.
All right, one of the two men walks forward out of the bushes, says, "Hello, travelers."
Oh,
I just imagine I just reloaded my pistol. Now I point at him. What do I could do the pleasure for
He's
you?
like,
sir?"
"Whoa! What's going on here? Why
Oh, sorry,
are you
yeah.
pointing the guns around?"
you might
You
want
do
to
not
just
sneak
call
up on a
me
man
since
out in the
everybody-
woods.
I said hello and waved my hand.
I'm a bit jumpy. I just was dodged a bull. I'm sorry.
Ah, the bull did that to you. He looks closer. Yeah, watch out for the horns. Which way did it go?
It all went that way. As I point in the direction it ran.
Ah, he nods, kind of, almost kind of like carefree. Like he's not really concerned that you're pointing guns at him.
I just holster him at that point.
I'd be a little more cautious with that one. He's a little trigger happy.
Ah, it's all right. Ah, he kind of looks at you guys. Would you be interested in helping us take her down?
For how much?
We'll share the meat with you.
But I'm talking gold.
He kind of laughs. Good. Look at me. Just think I carry gold?
Then I'm in no mood to help. Unless you got coin, I know.
Your loss. Your loss. There's plenty of meat. Plenty of meat.
I'm really good at tracking things, but
Is this meat worth any gold?
Have you never tasted Orok before? It's delicious.
I cannot say I have.
Well, come along. Come along. We'll catch it. We'll kill it, and we'll cook it, and then we'll eat it.
Alright, I point out, like, well, I should ask my party. We have many other things to do as they are hiding in that bush over there.
He kind of turns.
Does he even know where I was hiding?
I kind of assume I could probably figure it out.
Oh, does he know? Does Dayon know?
Kind of figure out, like,
He probably doesn't know exactly where they are, but he did know you went in a certain direction. So
as I just kind of nonchalantly point in a direction. As they're kind of hiding over in that direction, and I say, come out, come out.
he turns kind of suddenly. He had no idea, or based on what you think, he turns quickly, not realizing you were even there. It kind of takes him off guard.
I'll let everybody else step out. I'm staying in the bush for a while.
Sorry, they're a little bit shy.
No one goes out?
Does anyone go out? He kind of turns back to you. It's like, I think your friend may have been hit a little harder than he realizes.
Oh no. He's not
Sit
really
down,
close
sit
to
down.
friends.
Maybe
Very
we can
distant.
bandage your wounds.
The only idiot here is the one standing behind me.
I would like to stay and I'd love to hunt, but I got a couple of things that I gotta do yet today, and I'm a little too drunk just to be standing still here.
He
So,
kind of.
I'm gonna continue on my way.
He had a
It
keg
was
before.
It was nice to meet you though, and then I'm gonna keep walking.
He kind of nods. He looks at you up and down. He's like, you look familiar.
No, I've never seen anybody before in my life.
Did you say you have never seen anyone before in your life?
Yes.
I didn't say the one you were the idiot is the one that's
That's so good.
He says, no, come with me. Let's hunt this thing. It'll be a lot of fun.
You know,
You should come back to our camp. There's someone I think you would enjoy meeting.
Who would that be?
He kind of looks back at you. Hard to say. Friend, possibly.
My friend isn't who?
I only have one friend. Tell me his name.
Yeah, he means his imaginary friend.
I think you guys would fit in good at the camp. You're a lot of fun. And you're crazy. That's what we like. We like crazy people. That it's enjoyable. But I guess if you're too busy, I'll be off.
Wait,
A wee bit.
what time at night is it?
What time of night?
I thought it was like 3.
It's about 3 in the afternoon.
I actually could use a nap, maybe. I mean, it does sound kind of gutsy.
These people look familiar. They say they recognize the Furblog. Could I do a resolve check to see if I remember where we've met them before?
Yeah, you can roll, but what you got? It would actually be a cunning check to remember.
Oh.
Not a resolve check.
Oh, good.
You don't
3.
know anything about this guy except, I mean, he's dressed pretty scraggly. The clothes he's wearing are just animal skins. He's wearing moccasins, basically, or the equivalent of just moccasins that are
just forest bandits.
And his beard is all big and scraggly.
Is he the equivalent of a hippie?
He could pass for one. It looks like he probably hasn't showered in a while.
Yeah, he's one of the guys.
He's about to depart when he notices your large keg of ale.
Oh, yeah. I'll carry that one with me.
He stops and he's looking at it. And he looks back to you, looks back at the ale, looks back to you, and he's like, "What are you doing in the forest with this?"
It was full at the beginning of the day.
And he does one of these things. He's like, you are the kind of people we need. Come on, I must insist now.
I walk out of the bush at this point.
Oh, finally, someone has finally. Oh yes, the mammoth has arrived.
Oh,
And
our
then I
party's
consider
here.
no mammoth.
Our whole party. No one else.
All right,
You
he's
see,
a little
he
bit
is the
surprised
whole
and
party.
shocked by your appearance. The horns, the giant, massive
Have you never seen
flesh.
it before?
He's taken aback just for a moment, and he goes, No, your kind is actually liked by our band.
Why is that?
Well, as you probably know, you sometimes probably receive a little bit of discrimination.
Because he's fat.
No, because I'm half demon, you twat.
Sorry, I thought it was your rather large size, that was why.
But we have no qualms with individuals of your ilk. In fact, we sometimes enjoy using you to the best of your abilities.
I don't like being used.
In a friendly way. In a friendly way.
Well, you
We
seem-
share a lot. We share in our band.
Well, you seem like you really want us to come with you.
Can you blame me? Look at this. He points to the giant keg of ale.
Yeah, I suppose not.
I do whatever I do to pay.
How many are in your band?
We have. It's just me and my friend here.
I meant back at the camp.
There's the numbers change all the time. We were wandering around the forest all over the place. But yes, maybe 20 in our little outpost.
I say we investigate this camp and maybe share some of our ale, and you can share some of the things that you have.
Certainly. But first, the beast.
It's at this point that I jump out of the bush.
You actually like jump out. Ha ha! Yeah. These guys are not wearing red, by the way.
Starts beating them.
Off, the weapon approaches.
I'm staying in the bush with Leona.
Hey, over there, come out!
And we've got a little bit of crying going on now.
Ah.
So unfortunately, you can stay in the bushes, but Leona will have to come out.
I walk out.
You just start holding the baby. The baby's uncomfortable though, and keeps crying, and just kind of grabs your chest hairs and just pulls on them. Your eyes tear up a little bit, but
Oh, children, am I right?
all right. Let's see. Let's take down this beast before we break.
All right, I
If
guess
you
I'll
guys
come
are
out
okay
and follow.
taking down the beast.
Yeah. Why not?
Warrock.
If I must, do I have a choice?
You don't have to go if you don't
The
want
babies and
Oh, but every band needs their hero.
You're able to track the beast. It's about
More like an override.
probably about a half a mile, maybe a
How
mile,
many things have you killed?
before the creature finally
Oh,
stops.
Thank you.
It's now just kind of standing, rutting its horns in the dirt, eating some grass. You're able to sneak up on it about this close before it realizes you're there.
Hey, ugly.
Gonna trample ugly. Can't miss him, he's fat.
Let's see. We need initiative rolls at this point.
1.
Ooh.
5.
Totally just am not doing good on initiative.
4.
We got 5, 4, 2 for
One.
Dewant. Alright, everyone who rolled a 1, we're dice offing.
Sweet.
10.
16.
Dayon, you got it. We're dice offing again.
What?
Double dice off.
16.
Alright, you guys did a fairly decent job of
15.
sneaking up on
Not
this
you.
creature.
Oh, I thought you said a day on.
Obadiah, you lead. What do you want to do?
got it.
Obadiah!
Dayon got it.
Yes,
I thought
I
you
will
said
generate a
that's
casting
not
token immediately.
Alright. Clestis.
Oh, I charge towards the beast.
Alright.
Alright, roll it. I'll
Little
move you.
dwarf against a giant bull.
Do they both see
3.
red?
3 plus then 4 running.
Alright, you lift your mace, charge as fast as you can while your battle cry.
This is gonna end badly for me.
Dewant.
I'm gonna use my token leap. I'm just
Alright.
gonna jump forward 6 squares. 6. Then I'm gonna run. 4. 2, 3, 4. Then I'm gonna sprint.
Nice.
Actually, no, I don't want to do it that way. 2, 3, 4, 5,
Dayon.
6.
I suppose I don't have a shot from where I'm at.
And right here, there is a dwarf in your way. However, this creature is massive. You can shoot over the dwarf. If you miss, though, the dwarf will have
We'll
to
see
make a
what I
dodge
can-
roll.
Also, I'd like to note, I'm only pulling one pistol at a time so I can use my aim bonus.
All right, so you'll re-roll.
I
And
can
take the-
actually move.
Are you in range?
You only get your aim bonus if you don't move.
Nope. Since I'm a level 2, aim
Oh.
bonus no longer goes away if I move.
Nice. All right,
So if I miss, you said, I hit the dwarf.
no, if you miss, the dwarf gets a dodge roll.
Or I hit the dwarf.
So you'll re-roll against the dwarf. So
Well, alright,
at this
well,
point,
how do I miss? Okay, I can still shoot.
Wait, isn't it with only 12 squares? You're like 50 squares.
I'll totally take this risk.
oh, 1, 2,
You're
3,
way out
4,
of range.
5,
Oh,
6,
yeah, I'm
7,
way
8,
out.
9, 10, 11,
Yeah,
12.
I got him.
Actually, you have long range capabilities. You can still try and shoot him, but he gets
Pistol's a short range.
yeah, the pistol is 12 range, up to 12 squares is standard firing range. After that, they're going to double their dice roll. So you
Yeah,
could still take
I'm
the
just
shot if
gonna
you
run
want to.
closer.
Okay. Piff.
Alright, I moved 1 square closer to Scott.
Yep.
Oh, whoa. I'm way farther than I thought away. Alright. I generated a casting token.
All right.
I was gonna come over and read your book. Oh. Just stand in front of you and stare down at your book.
All right. So now,
So I can use your spells.
we've got 2 archer shots coming after. The first one hits. The second one hits. Both arrows tear into the creature, dealing a total of 5 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 more arrows fire into it. The creature's kind of broadsided. So the first one hits it in the shoulder, the second one in the back leg. It lets out a bleeding snort, turns and faces you. Its eyes just angrily turn red and starts charging in your direction. Unfortunately, you weren't quite in base contact, so you won't get weapon of opportunity attack. But it will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, followed by an additional 4 squares of movement. So it will run right over the dwarf. And in essence, what happens here is he's going to try and trample you.
Oh.
Your vitality versus his vitality. If he wins, you get an opening, and then he gets to hit you with his horns.
That sucks.
And he's rolling a 16.
Huh.
12. Now you have one of two options. You can dodge out of the way,
Nope,
or you
that's
can
not.
stand and get an opportunity attack. If you dodge out of the way, it's a free dodge, and he doesn't hurt you with the trample. If you stand and try and hit him, then you get automatically whacked.
You don't outstand trying to hit him. Wow.
Now that's a man.
That's a brave dwarf. If I've
Alright.
ever seen one.
I think you're
Make
confusing
your attack
Tom with
roll.
Brave.
Bro.
I get them confused sometimes too.
8. Oh, that
8,
just knocked
8.
the camera too.
I don't even think that camera's on.
Are any of the cameras on? Mine's on.
Oh. That one's not anyways.
Okay.
Okay. That doesn't matter.
Alright. You nailed him. Damage.
So damage D6. 3.
3! First injury. Place an injury on him. Alright. So what happens is, let me actually put this right here. So as he's trampling over you, you swing up at him, hitting him right in the snout. Blood and drool from the creature's mouth just fly everywhere. Its hooves come crashing down on you, knocking you to the ground. And then it horns you and it hoof attacks you. It rolls the dice 20 to hit you. Make your dot. Well, 15 with the horns and then 15 with the feet.
This is
You are
lovely.
now going to take hit by both. 7 damage total.
Okay.
Ow.
What does level almost affect against? I forgot.
It is going to be. It'll affect
Use
against
one
both.
overall.
Dice 4 on both. So roll separately. You can
Okay.
actually reduce this quite a bit.
3.
3 versus the first one.
Yeah.
Alright, and against the next one.
3.
3. So fortunately, you're able to reduce it by 6. You take 1 point of damage.
Dang. Pretty good.
That's fairly effective.
That is a very, very tough
Oh
dwarf.
shit, my leather armor's damaged.
Alright,
Yeah, it's bad.
Obadiah.
Irresistible dance.
Oh! Tramples the
Dances on the door.
I just want to see this thing dance.
Dances all over the
I don't think this is actually going to be that useful, but you know what? It's coming for me, so I think I'm just going to save my casting token. I'm going to throw up Shimmer.
Alright. Clestis.
Am I stay within range of it?
Yep.
Oh.
You can actually straight up make an attack roll.
Yep. Make an attack. Roll. 6.
6. That's going to hit him.
Okay, so that's a hit, so 5 damage.
Alright. Again, you wind back up with your mace and swing as hard as you can, and the meaty part of the mace connects with the meaty part of its thigh. It bleats one more time in anger. It doesn't really have much of an effect on you, Duant.
This is gonna be badass. 2, 3.
Can you do your leap? Oh!
You jump on to his back and ride him.
No, so I can jump 6 squares and I get a free attack action as I'm coming down.
Nice!
But I'm not exactly where I want to be.
He wanted to get in behind it.
I could do this instead
Yeah, you can get there.
and to
You
the
just
side
can't-
of him. I
yeah,
just
you
can't get
get
behind him.
back.
But I
Yeah.
can still get the free attack.
Yeah, free attack it.
Yeah, but then you jump in my shot.
So I jump, I leap forward, however many feet that is, 6 squares, so
20 feet.
20 feet. I just
Roughly.
leap 20 feet and swing my sword as I'm coming
30.
down.
You couldn't jump to the right of it.
30 feet.
Nope.
It gets in your way.
Good God, you man.
8
Oh,
to hit.
man. Nails him.
Oh, nice.
5 damage.
5 damage? Alright.
And then I get my second attack. Now that I'm
Alright.
on the ground, I swing back in the opposite direction with the sword, or I jam at him.
Jam it in right into the ribs. Turn the blade.
2 to hit.
All right, the first slash, as you come down, causes the creature to just start swinging its horns and bucking like a bronco, and he jumps to the side just enough to avoid the second slash. Dayon.
If I move over one, do I get a good shot on him?
I'd say you got a good shot right there.
Oh,
and you
right
can
there?
move over one if you want to. Either way.
Either way, I got a good shot on
Yep.
him. I'm scared. Okay. Well, we're gonna shoot him. 2.
2. Wow. Somehow you got this large barn door sized beast only a few feet in front of you. And you have one.
Yeah, I only have one.
So you can re-roll with your aim.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. 6.
So, fortunately, your skills come into play. You take aim and pull the trigger, nailing him with the
8
shot.
damage.
8 damage. All right, the beast kind of turns and faces you. How do you want to kill him?
I just really line up
Between the eyes.
right up the shot, right between the eyes. Just real hold both hands and just let it go.
All right, the bullet flies true, connects right into the base, like right at the soft spot of the skull. Bone fragments just fly, and the beast lets out one last bleeding snort, and it just crumbles to the ground.
I do the annoying ones always kill the beasts.
There's only one person who's ever killed anything.
Exactly.
I killed the birdman.
Oh, yeah.
But that wasn't any combat. It was storyline execution.
It's like I want the man to kill something for once.
All right,
Just lay on it.
these guys who actually never even introduced themselves, they both cheer like, "Oh, nice shot, Dayon!"
No sweat for a gunslinger.
All right, you spend
I'm
the next.
telling you, I'm all about putting him in the river. Just letting him see how far he makes it.
Let's see how far this party gets if you do that.
I mean, as long as I don't have a headache every time we go for a walk, then
Whose fault is that?
he's the one that gives them to me.
If you wouldn't drink so much ale.
Anywho,
Yeah, he
what
drives
kind
me
of
to drink.
can I
He's
get
the
like
one that
leather
makes me
materials
drink.
if I try and harvest this creature? Is there enough there?
They're already cutting them up, and so they spend like the next, let's say,
They've ruined my crafting materials.
you know, you get part of it. If you want some leather crafting materials, they'll give it to you.
Oh, perfect.
So they'll harvest it up for you. Takes about an hour to cut the whole beast up, and they wrap it in leaves and other like wraps that they have already prepared for it. They came ready to hunt this creature. They divide the meat out amongst you, and then you start walking towards their camp.
I would like to, while they're doing their crafting roll to cut it up, can I do a crafting roll to repair my leather jerkin?
Yes. Why don't we? Yeah, let's do the roll quick.
Okay.
We'll allow it. This will be for your
I got a
night
2.
crafting roll.
I broke it.
Where'd my dice 4 go? Oh, it's hiding in there. 1. You repaired your leather.
Well, I want to look for wheels or anything that resembles wheels.
Unfortunately, there's nothing that resembles wheels right here. But let's break,
Yeah.
and we'll come back in 10 minutes, and we will continue the adventure.